What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. But we get to the final game on Max's card, 6 p.m. Eastern, a monster game in the ACC. Duke Blue Devils, 11-10, 9-8 in conference. North Carolina Tar Heels, 15-9, 9-6 in the ACC. We're at Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We have Duke opening up as 3-point dogs. This totaled at 148. So at this point, we've seen no movement on either the side or the total. We're dealing with 3 and 148. Duke coming off back-to-back heartbreaking overtime losses at home to Louisville on Saturday and then at Georgia Tech on Tuesday. The momentum they created from Jalen Johnson fucking off has waned. Leading scorer Matthew Hurt was incredible against Louisville, going for 37 points before fouling out. Unfortunately, he fouled out again against Georgia Tech when he went for just 12 points. But the sophomore's having an excellent season, 18.9 points per game, 6.2 boards. DJ Stewart, the only other player averaging double digits at 12.9. Duke scores 76 points per game. They hit 46.9% from the field, 35.2% from three, and 69.3% from the stripe. North Carolina's lost 2 of 3, coming off losing 72-70 at Syracuse as 2.5-point favorites. The Tar Heels dominated the boards 53-33, but turned the ball over 20 times, shot poorly, hitting just 38.2% from the field and 20% from three. Leading scorer Armando Bacot was excellent against the Orange, 18 points, 15 boards, and 8 of those were on the offensive glass. The 6'10 sophomore averages 11.5 points, 7.7 boards. The Tar Heels score 74.2 points per game, but they turn the ball over too much at 15 times a game. They hit 43.8% from the field, 30.4% from three, and 66.4% from the stripe. Their perimeter shooting and foul shooting holds them back. Big game in the ACC. Duke, North Carolina. Max, take it away.
Jim, this is going to be a battle of the blue bloods. A battle of moonshine. All right? Who makes the better moonshine? Tar Heels or Blue Devils? I don't know. I don't think I can handle moonshine. I'm a bourbon and Coke guy. I like my stuff made in Kentucky, another blue blood state. But I'll tell you this, Jim, this is going to be a wild game. This is going to be probably the best game on the board tomorrow, entertainment-wise, live betting-wise, pregame betting-wise. And unfortunately, I got to pick a goddamn side in it. Well, I'll tell you, with Duke, you know what? They have not fared well when it comes to their trips outside of Cameron Indoor. Listen, I don't know what Coach K is telling these guys. Maybe he's slipping them roofies. I don't know. Maybe they're playing half asleep. But I do think that this Duke team has been able to get off to good starts. That's going to be very necessary against North Carolina because what do we know about North Carolina? Well, we learned it last week. They can come back on you. And the numbers support it, you know. This is a North Carolina team that is putting up very high scoring outputs in second halves, anywhere between 44 and 50 points. So that's something that Duke's definitely going to have to be aware of. The other thing going is that Duke does have some revenge, you know. When these guys played earlier, this was a 4-point loss. Duke was a 2.5-point favorite. So it does make sense to look at the dog in this spot. And I think that with Duke, they're definitely a team that I'm more interested in first halves. I think that the numbers definitely favor that. I think that with so much youth on this roster, it really is a hit or miss on who's going to give you that outlier performance on a game-to-game basis. But what is constant throughout this lineup, regardless of year and class, is that this is a team that shoots close to 50% from the field. They're getting, I guess, like a 0.04, 0.05 per possession. Their three-point shooting is definitely a lot more respectable than North Carolina's. And the thing that they're able to do that North Carolina can take advantage of is just beat them on the glass. I think that while North Carolina definitely can beat you on the glass, can they turn those second chance opportunities into points? And that's where the difficulty's been. Their shooting from the three-point line, aside from some shooting in a couple games by Kerwin Walton, has been pitiful. You would think that Caleb Love is adapting more and more every day. The ball distribution is good, but like you said, Jim, the turnovers are even worse over the last 5 games. I don't care how many times you take away the ball from a team. If your turnover freaking margin is in the minus, it's in the minus. I think that Duke is going to get off to a good start against North Carolina. I think that they're going to do a good job of holding on to the ball. I think that they're going to be able to mix up some of their own defenses on made buckets and pick up the full court, try and press and trap. And I think that they're going to give North Carolina a piece of something that they didn't see the first time out, at least for the first 20 minutes. At the end of the day, though, this is going to be a North Carolina win. This is a 9-1 North Carolina team at home. I'm tempted to take them on the money line, Jim, but I know that the juice is going to be crazy, and you'll probably roll your eyes and tell me not to do it. So I'm not. I'm going to do what I do on a lot of these games. I'm going to take Duke first half when we get a number in the morning, and I'm going to go back to North Carolina. Those second half numbers are too hard to ignore. And while Duke has been very good offensively in first halves, where they've been able to score anywhere from 39 to 43 points, that scoring has really dropped off in second halves. And the lack of free throws and trips to the free throw line has a direct impact on that. I think that this is a tale of two halves, a classic tale of two halves. And if you're not watching this game tomorrow, I don't know what you're doing, and you better not be watching golf.
No, I don't think there's some UFC pre the big fights, but other than that, what could you be doing else than watching Duke, North Carolina? Max, moving on, North Carolina Tar Heels -3 and -110 at FanDuel. There are a few 3.5s on the board, but we found Max a 3 at -110. Max, that puts a bow on your card. You open up with huge marquee games, and you close up shop with a big marquee game.